Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daniel Kendall. I am the owner and operator of All Star Wrestling. I'm here with my good friend, the 10-time former United States Junior Heavyweight Champion, Action Mike Jackson. And I know you've already seen us. We've already told you about February the 22nd. We've already told you about West Jefferson. But Mike, you know, we talked about celebrating Miss Judy, but last week, later in the week, we found out that probably one of the guys that I've known since 1989, at every wrestling match that you could possibly think of, traveled pretty much everywhere you could possibly go, the world lost Peanut.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And you know, his real name is William Bunn. I don't really know if we can do that, but I had to find that out. And you've known him since 1980, 89 you
89,
said?
Yeah.
I've known him from 1972 when he used to come to matches in Tuscaloosa. And he was, you know, and I know we've talked about this before. And, you know, we can say anything we want to say about we're this and we're that, and we're wrestlers and we're champions, we got belts, all these kind of things. We can say all that. But you know as well as I do, Daniel, wrestling would not be wrestling. You couldn't run a show. I couldn't wrestle. Nobody else could if it wasn't for our fans.
Right.
And so you don't know how important you are to us. Now, we may have bad guys come out there and scream stupid stuff, and don't pay any attention to that. But I know without a doubt that, you know, you come, you pay to get in, you sit on the front row, you have a good time, you yell, you scream. That's what we want you to do. You buy our merchandise, you buy concessions. Without you, wrestling would not be there. And that's not just All-Star, that's everywhere.
Right.
I mean, the fans are extremely important. And when you lose somebody like Gene Everett, Miss Judy, Peanut, I mean, you lose, and we don't want to belittle any of the fans that are still alive and still coming, because you're just as important. But when you lose somebody like that, you've lost people like a Bullet Bob Armstrong. You lost the people like the Von Erichs. You've lost. You know, when wrestling world loses, the wrestlers that they lose is one thing, but fans also, there's a special place for them.
Yeah, you know, Peanut was at every show. He never complained about anything, never really sat down, you know, so, and up in the later shows, you know, he stopped using his hands. His hands wouldn't work like they wanted to, so he used to bring me his Dr. Peppers and ask me to open them for him. So, you know, all you fans hold a special place in my heart, because for 21 years I couldn't do wrestling shows without people like you.
Absolutely.
So I've gotten together with the board of directors. I know you and I have talked. So Saturday night at West Jefferson, February the 22nd, we're going to do a celebration of life.
Wow. You know, and let me say this, Daniel, let me jump in. I've been wrestling for 56 years. I've wrestled with every wrestling organization in the United States and Puerto Rico. I've wrestled with every independent wrestling organization just about in the United States. And never have I ever been to a wrestling show where the show is geared around the celebration of life for fans. I think you're doing something, and I think the board's got together. You got All-Star is doing something that I have never, ever in my life seen done in a professional wrestling match.
You know, so Saturday night, we're asking the family of Gene Everett,
Miss Jean.
we're asking the family of Miss Judy, and anybody who wants to celebrate Peanut to come. Because this Saturday night in West Jefferson will be a celebration of life, and we're going to do some special things for those people. But again, just want you all to know that this takes away from no other fan out there, because without all of you, we couldn't do what we do. So don't think at all that this diminishes the fact that we still love you and we still thank you for coming, and we want you to keep coming. But Saturday night in West Jefferson, we're going to do a celebration of life. We're going to make things big for all of you, and we just want you all to know how much we do care and respect all of you, and thank you for everything that you do.
And you know, we've got something, a surprise. And again, I've said this, I'm going to say it again. I've never seen anything like what's going to be done. We're not going to tell you exactly what it is, because we don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
Right.
But we're going to do something that no other wrestling organization that I've ever been with, and I'm talking about WWF and WCW, Georgia Championship, NWA, AWA, I've never seen anybody do what All Star is going to do for these three people. You know, Miss Jean, she probably was coming. I met her probably, gosh, in the early 2000s when we were going to Jasper and West Jefferson and Dora and places like that. She was a fan that was there every time the doors were open, front row fan.
Yeah.
And then, you know, what can you say about Miss Judy? I've known Miss Judy for as many years. She even had pictures when I had hair. She had pictures of me with hair. So she was back. She was one of the best wrestling fans. Even in her last days, and she was sick, she never complained. I'd say, Miss Judy, how you doing? I'm not doing real well, but I'm okay. I'm blessed. And she was there. And, you know, her family, we're looking forward to having her whole family there. We want everybody to come. And you know what, Daniel? This may take a little while, but it's okay. If it takes an hour, it takes an hour. If it takes 2 hours, it takes 2 hours. But anybody who wants to say anything about Miss Jean or Miss Judy or Peanut, you know, we'd like them to stand up. Now, we can't talk all night, but, you know, somebody say, well, hey, I knew Peanut. Peanut did this, or Miss Judy did that for me, or I saw Miss Jean here. Whatever you want to do. We just want to celebrate life. All the matches will be there. We're not going to take any matches off. We got 2 or 3 championship matches. We got some return matches. We got a grudge match. We got everything going on, 5 big matches. But still, we don't want to take away anything. Our main event is going to be that celebration of life and celebrate these people who have made me what I am, All-Star what we are today.
That's right.
And I'm looking forward to it. So please, anybody, even if you're not a wrestling fan, maybe you came years ago, because I don't know how many people I've had called and said, hey, did you hear about Peanut? Did you hear about Miss Judy? Miss Jean, back when she was, back when we did her celebration. But you know what? This is going to be a special night that even wrestling may take second place. We may sit in the back seat. The matches may sit in the back seat to what we're going to do, because this is a very, very special night, and I applaud All-Star. You know, I mean, gosh, what they're doing and what they're going to do, and you haven't heard you ain't seen the best yet. What they're going to do is going to be something very special, and I've never seen it done before and may not ever see it done again, but All-Star is going to do it Saturday night, February the 22nd at West Jefferson. So, like I said, if you're not even a wrestling fan, but you remember Peanut from the old days, or you remember Miss Judy, come and pay your respects as we do something very, very special for them. And we can say this. This is not the big surprise. We still have a big surprise, but we're going to do a 10-bell salute.
Yeah.
How many times, think about it, wrestling fans sitting out there, how many times have you ever heard a 10-bell salute for a fan? Never. For me. Wrestlers, yes, every time a wrestler passed away, All-Star, we do our 10-bell salute. Everybody does it. But nobody is going to do what All-Star has done. So please come out. Even if you just want to come out and just be part of the celebration of life, come out and be a part of it and support All-Star for what they're doing. I'm looking forward to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss Saturday night, February the 22nd at the old West Jefferson High School. If you need tickets, you can call Mike Jackson, 205-936-9050. You can call myself, 205-983-0813. We'll see you Saturday night, February the 22nd at West Jefferson.